good, YouTube? It's your boy Justice Falls, and we're back at it again with another video. Now, today I am very excited. We're going to be looking at Cyberpunk 2077 Night City Wire Episode 1. If you go back in my channel, you'll see I did Part 1, and they dropped Part 2, I think, last week or a few days ago, but I was busy working on other stuff, so I couldn't get to it till now, but here we are. I didn't peek at it or nothing. I just did a few test runs to make sure my audio was right. So I haven't seen this, so I'm like really hyped to see it. So let me just stop talking and just start the video. Hey. This music in this game will be fire. That beat was fire.
Hello, CYBERWARE.
Okay, so they used the same girl from last time, Holly B.
Where we
Okay.
talk about
I feel like they filmed all of them.
In today's episode, we're
and
going
then
to be deep diving into life paths
putting
and
them
showing
out
you a brand new gameplay video,
separately.
as well as having a chat to Philip from our
They going hard with this game. I'm telling y'all, this is going to be
Street Kid, Nomad, or
game of the year.
Which will you pick first?
If it's still going to come out this year, it's going to be game of the year. I know it's late in the year, but we could go Tsushima. That game was up for game of the year, definitely. But I think even further, this is going to be like one of the games of the century. Like,
well,
the decade.
Grew up in Haywood.
So they started off with Street Kid.
See you have not forgotten your roots.
Die here.
Some of the stuff we've seen.
Hopping buildings, running away from badges.
Like this.
Iron tasting.
Or become a legend overnight.
Legend, shit. I'm trying to be a legend, isn't it? I'm be level 99, 1000, whatever. I have a high, but I don't even know if they have levels in this game.
Oh,
Nomad looks interesting.
First kiss in the middle of a synth cornfield.
You out in the burbs, out in the boonies.
We nomads choose who to make our family asks.
We've seen some of this too. They've shown some of this. This part too. This part was cool.
Grubby claws and everything.
The corpo. This one looks like the most interesting.
They were supposed to be ready yesterday.
Like you some CIA secret agent type dude or girl, whatever you pick.
Today, they got you to zero somebody. Tomorrow, they'll get somebody else to zero you.
What's the rules,
That's
Jack?
wild. But that's business.
Gotta have some skin in the game.
Oh, you get to live the life. I might pick that corporal joint. That don't look fire. Cause Street Kid, you know, is what you expect. Start from the bottom, make your way to the top, take over the world. Nomad, you know, come from out of nowhere, take over the world.
It's actually been a while since I've had a chance to interview you.
From the streets, yeah, you know what the city's really like.
Then
from
you can
the
also
outskirts
choose
of
to
town.
actually be a corpo, which of course can give you many nice opportunities later
Up there,
on.
making big moves.
So this
Okay.
isn't just about
That you can play your character from the start to the end. And of course, you know, we have these life paths affecting the beginning of the game, but we wanted to make it so you have your life path opportunities throughout the whole game until the game is over. And as an example, we do that by giving you that flathead.
Yeah, they showed this before
from
too.
A corporate transport, and the owner of that corporate transport, Meredith Stout, we want to give you some options. So as an example, if you have a corporate life path, you basically know what Meredith Stout is really about. You can read between the lines, and you can get some additional options that maybe actually later enable you to do a completely different thing with the Maelstrom gang.
Nice.
And
I
if
like
you're a
choices,
nomad,
like
you know
drastically
exactly
different
some more
choices.
Details about how these Maelstromers would have even been able to steal a robot like that from Meredith Stout, who's part of the very powerful Militech Corporation. As a Street Kid, we as an example don't give you a specific new dialogue option in that dialogue, because as a Street Kid,
you
do
don't know
not
that.
have a lot of experience dealing with higher up people like Meredith Stout. But we want to give you additional options that fit your life path very well. So later when you actually talk to the Maelstrom gang, one member of the gang offers you some illegal substance, but as a Street Kid, you actually know what this is about. You can talk some shop with him, and that might actually make that character like you a little
chop it
bit
up
more.
with him, yeah.
So Philip, I do have a couple of extra questions for you based on...
Time has not been very kind to the Badlands. There have been many
so
wars
if you ain't
in
from
the
around
past.
there,
There's
you
global
gonna run into
warming.
some, you gonna run into the smoke.
Most people that
You
do
gonna get the
live out
smoke.
there don't genre, which means that you will also find missions that lead you out in the Badlands or where you deal with the people living there.
So Philip, can you tell us a little bit more about the character, Padre? He's the guy we see giving his business card to Street Kid V in the video. Who is this man?
Yeah, so Padre is actually one of the fixers in Night City. And fixers are people that work as intermediaries. So if someone who has a lot of money needs a problem solved, they go to a fixer. And a fixer then finds people who can solve that problem. And these people are people like you, V, cyberpunks. Fixers are very territorial. So Padre specifically works from Haywood, which is where you as a street kid grew up in. So you already know him. You might have already seen another one of our fixers who is called Dexter Deshawn, and he works in a different part of the city. So specifically Padre, you might know him as a street kid, but even if you played other...
Now, on my first playthrough, pretty sure I'm going to be picking Nomad, but for those watching, we would love to know what you'll be picking. So have a think about it and send us a tweet.
First playthrough, I'll probably do Corpo, because I want to hack and all that.
We're going to be showing
and I want to be making the big
gameplay
moves,
video,
the business things.
and having a chat to Pavel, our senior gameplay designer, about just some of the tools.
These guns are going to look crazy, yo.
Disposal in Night City.
Wow.
But before that, today we're going to take a look behind the scenes at how Refuse to bringing Johnny Silverhand's band Samurai to life.
That's Keanu Reeves' character. I'm interested to see this. I think I saw some of this because they.
For myself.
It looks like they took this part out and it was uploading separate parts of this separately, because I think I saw something like this
to get into,
the other day.
Like, the mindset of.
I'm glad they got like a real punk band to like perform the parts. It makes it authentic.
Like a part of this game.
Yeah, I saw this one. I saw this part of it. I don't mind watching it again though. It was pretty cool the way they covered it.
Pure establishment kind of guy.
So I guess these parts are like, I guess flashbacks, because
so of course there are things that you can relate to, and like
Johnny Silverhand is supposed to be dead, and he's supposed to be a part of your subconscious. Somehow he plays an integral role in the game. So these parts probably flashbacks from when he was alive and he was a rock star and all that stuff. That's what I'm guessing.
So I think it makes sense. I think it totally makes sense for us to be here making these songs about him or for him. You know? So
that's lore right there. That's how you create a lore and backstory right there. That's CD Projekt Red. They doing the damn thing, man. I'm telling you, this game is gonna be fire.
As Refuse, we're here as Samurai, and I'm here as Johnny Silverhand. You know, so it's like the voice we're representing here is someone else. We'll never fade away.
It's been.
I like the death shirt. That's fire. And then the Morbid Angel hat. Like he's into that death. Old school death metal. That's fire. For those of you that don't know, if you haven't seen my other videos, I am a musician as well. I'm into metal. I'm into hip hop. I like a lot of different genres of music. I like punk. You know. So I'm definitely gonna enjoy this game.
But then, when someone comes in and says,
"I'm happy with everything except for Azalin." Again, it's Azza. Azza.
English adaptation. Okay. Whatever.
Okay.
Directed.
The shouting's great.
It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great.
You see,
but I mean, I get it. I mean, we have to make
honestly,
the
like,
illusion that this
as a musician, like, I don't need
of
that type of person
like
in the studio with me, because I don't want it to be too refined. I want it to sound raw, because punk is raw. I understand that there's a narrative to the character, but punk rock is raw. You can't manufacture it too much. And he has a very raw voice, and his accent comes through when he's singing.
That's how I sing, but so it's been a very.
That's what he's saying right now. He's like, you know, that's just how I sing, you know.
At times.
But it's painful to like have somebody in your ear like, nah, I don't like how that syllable came out. I can tell it's gonna come out dope,
It's a very interesting thing to be part of. As a person that's not a gamer, I don't think I fully understand the impact that this might have. If people like these songs and if people are excited, then that's gonna be great. Of making music, actually.
Yeah, because it's a punk band interpreting another punk band, like Refuse is interpreting Samurai. So, or Like a Samurai.
You can already find
the band was
3
called.
Samurai tracks available on streaming services: Chippin' In, Never Fade Away, and The Ballad of Buck Ravers. But we're excited to announce a 4th new song called A Like Supreme, which is coming to streaming services today. That means you can check it out once the show is over. Don't forget,
let me get my phone ready.
Or if you just want to watch anything again, we
Cue
will
up
be
the songs
uploading
right
everything to our channel.
Hey V, I have a job for you. A client of mine is making an arms deal. He needs protection. It could get hot, very hot. The gun dealers
we wanted to get hot.
Alas, nothing ever transpires as planned with them. You better gear up for this.
These guns gonna hit different. Like, I can't wait. Like, for real. It's like Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4 where they had the advanced weapons or like Infinite Warfare. Although those games weren't the best in the series, they had some crazy futuristic type weapons. And I fuck with that. So got like homing bullets. That's fine. I'm big on melee weapons, so I'm definitely gonna have a thermal katana on deck, no matter what character I have. Slicing enemies up, and then them claws. Yeah, this is the Mantis plays. Claws come out your arms. What? This is gonna be crazy. And there's like the super strength arms. You can take over turrets and stuff. Dude, you could be fucking Iron Man if you want. That's dope.
So V, are you willing?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, the band is called Samurai,
I think just
y'all.
for today's episode,
Go on
we should keep it
Spotify, the
simple,
music is
and
up.
let's just talk about guns. Can you tell us
It's a red background with a
the different types of
cybernetic
guns
hand.
that will be in the game?
So we have 3
First
distinct
song
types of
is
guns
Chipping
in our
In.
game. We have power weapons, we have tech weapons, and we have smart weapons. Now, power weapons are the most similar to contemporary weapons. One thing they can do, which normal weapons cannot, is ricochet bullets off of surfaces. So you can hit somebody hiding behind cover or hiding behind a wall. Now, tech weapons, on the other hand, use electromagnetic power to propel a fully metal projectile to extreme velocities. What that allows them to do is to punch through cover or punch through walls to hit somebody who's not even aware that you're there. Smart weapons use guided missile technology to actually track targets in real time. So you can hit somebody who's dodging, running away from you, or you can hit somebody who's hiding behind cover.
So Pavel, Cyberpunk doesn't just contain FPS elements.
Power,
it's also
smart,
a
and
fully
tech
fledged
weapons.
RPG. So can
Weapons grows, you will have faster aiming time, you will move faster with your weapons. Everything
that.
becomes
Progression.
more in your control, and that gives you more opportunities.
how do you find more weapons in Night City? Like, where will players be looking for them?
Good question.
So I expect the players to look everywhere for new and exciting weapons. You can, of course, buy weapons at vendor shops, and they will house an entire catalog of weaponry that you can get. However, the best weapons that you can find will be taken from enemies or loot caches that we have everywhere in Night City.
Okay, so
The
loot
weapons
caches
rarities
take the weapons
range
from
from
enemies.
common through uncommon up to rare and then legendary. And as they go in rarity, they actually climb in power. However, legendary weapons are very specific in such a way that they possess unique abilities that you will find on no other weapons in the game. The players will actually need to make some tough choices to find some legendary weapons, because maybe they need to choose whether to kill a person who holds the legendary weapons that they want, or to spare them because they like them as a character.
So next question, let's talk about weapon modifications.
Man, I'm
What
smoking
mods
everybody.
can
Nobody's
people
cool
give
as
to
my
their
character.
weapon? Why don't you tell us about your favorite weapon then? which is your favorite weapon so far in Night City?
Oh, there are so many weapons that it's hard to choose just one. But I can mention some manufacturers with their weapons that I absolutely adore. The first manufacturer would be Tsunami Defense Systems, who produces the sniper rifle Nekomata. That's a tech sniper rifle. That means that it can pierce through walls. So it can actually hit somebody who's hiding behind cover or who doesn't even know you're there. Of course, dope. I also like a close quarters approach.
Shoddy.
And what that a person clean in half with it. Another shotgun that I absolutely love.
Listen, any game,
for a more refined approach.
Any good shooting game has a nice shotgun.
Smart shotgun, Kangtao Zhuo. That thing has 8 barrels, and that means it can track 8 targets independently. Now, killing an entire room was never simpler.
Pavel, thank you so much
That's
for joining
fire.
me.
Thank you for having me.
8-barrel shotty.
I'm actually pretty interested to see what kind of weapons people discover when...
Damn, it's about to be over already? Oh, man.
Into lore can now pick up The World of Cyberpunk 2077. This is a brand new book created in collaboration with Dark Horse Books that will give you an extensive look at what makes Night City tick before jumping into the game this November.
Oh, yeah, I'm buying that.
That is it for today's
I'm about to
episode.
look on
Thank
Amazon
you so much
right
for
now.
joining us.
Okay, they got it, y'all. They got a deluxe edition, and then they got a regular one. I might pre-order for that little figure too. I got some room for it next to my beers Funko Pop. All right, y'all. So before we get into the recap, they do have the book on Amazon. Oh damn, it's out of stock already. Oh well, I did wait. I am seeing this a couple of days late, so. That's kind of my fault. But they have a deluxe edition that comes with some vinyl. Comes with the vinyl for the samurai band and a map and all that stuff. So I'm gonna add that to my list and wait till they restock it. They do have a digital. They got it on for Kindle and Comixology, but I want the hardcover. So I'm just gonna wait until I'm able to buy that. Anywho, yeah, so this game, as I was saying the whole time, is going to be great. I like the smart weapons, the tech weapons, and the power weapons. It shows a lot of diversity in the weapon choice. And he was also talking about like non-lethal rounds, biochemical rounds. The weapon system itself is going to be like super dynamic. Like I love that. And they're really taking their time with this game. If it does get pushed back past November 19th, I wouldn't even be mad, to be honest, because that just means it's going to be that much better when it comes out. So I wonder if there'll be an online element too. They haven't spoken about that yet, but they'll probably cover it in a future episode, which I will be covering, because this is my pretty much my game of the year, game of the century, as I was saying earlier. But yeah, let me know what you think about this in the comments. You know, also hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell. You know, so you can get all the updates for whatever games I cover and whatever content I come out with. And I also have a speaking of content, I also have a podcast. It's not gaming related. It's more social commentary and, you know, things that I'm feeling at the moment. So it's called the Justice Falls Experiment. If you want to check that out, it's on Anchor. There's a site called anchor.fm. Also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, really wherever you get your favorite podcasts from. So you can check that out if y'all want to hear me speak about things other than gaming, when we speak about life, because there's a lot going on in this world, and I speak about it. Episode 1 is out. Episode 2 is in the process of being, you know, I'm curating, currently curating all the content and getting it ready to put into order for you guys. So pretty much that's it. Like I said again, like, comment, subscribe. You know, whatever you feel. If you're gonna not like it, you could thumbs it down. Whatever you want to do, I'll take it. Any publicity is good publicity if you know how to work it. All right. So this is your boy Justice Falls. We out. 1.